The recyclable waste produced by both Mexico City and El Paso is not well managed in various aspects. This may be due to government regulations, ignorance of the general public, and even advertising. With all this being said, long-term environmental effects come into play. When it comes to regulations in the City of Mexico, it can be observed that the program is very limited. When it comes to color coding bins, on the other hand, the City of El Paso has invested color coding its bins for easy identification as part of its program. Although the cities carry laws that forbid certain items being mixed with its recyclables, it's often seen how the lack of clarity has made it an obstacle for not only the city but the community they serve. While we also see the government for the entire country pass bills and promote laws, the cities still struggle to abide by and fully commit to them as the different demographics speak through. As part of the laws, it can also be noted that fines are given when the laws are broken as part of the system. Engaging the community to be vocal about their thoughts and ideas on the matter can create an impact on the bills passed working in their city. Proper investing in its programs may help adequately use its recycling services. It's often easy to find economic challenges as imposed fees make proper recycling less accessible to its citizens. This is easily proven by the surcharges applied when visiting various types of recycling centers, and even when unscheduled home service is provided. Government may transfer fundings to the environmental groups, which may remove and or reduce the imposed fees, allowing more citizens to take advantage of those services. The idea of proper funding would allow not only for the services to be used at a larger scale, but also to make the public more conscious on how their tax money is being spent. It's well known that the best way to prevent further pollution in the environment is to apply the 3 R's of waste management: reduce, reuse, and recycle. However, this simple conjugation of words has been repeated often, yet the public does not seem to care. Our culture of ignorance has been created due to a lack of knowledge and urgency, due to its indirect effect to the community. The lack of knowledge has made it harder for the public to properly engage in order to reduce human footprint in the environment. For example, placing incorrect items in the wrong bins or placing soiled items in the recycling bin without removing organic material. Once the public is more engaged on the proper way to use the system, it may facilitate the process of creating energy from recyclables. This may facilitate the reduction of fossil fuels such as gas, oil, and coal needed to create energy, which tends to create huge amounts of carbon emissions. Nowadays, people are connected more than ever, with news traveling faster around the globe via many different ways of social media platforms. However, there is little advertising on the basics of how to separate recyclables from organic waste. The impact that social media and proper advertising can have on reusable waste not finding its way into landfills may be a step in the right direction to educate the public. Apps such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, amongst others, often preview various ads to persuade and engage with product on or services. With more advertising on social media, we can catch the eye of citizens and promote the services which they pay for in their monthly bills. On the other hand, for elderly citizens, mailing pamphlets may be the proper way of advertising, allowing them to receive the same information without the need of modern devices. TV and radio such as Spotify and Pandora could be another form of advertisement by promoting the service within many ads that will catch the attention of its users. Holding educational fairs with hands-on activities can help promote useful information for different types of age groups. There are even campaigns that offer monetary compensations for obsolete electronics offered by the Mexican government, whereas El Paso has not advertised a similar proposal, not even in conjunction with a third party, in order to separate the various materials found in this equipment. Giving a brief explanation in an advertisement form in social media could be a good way to let the word out on how to properly do the job. Since phones are a daily necessity nowadays and pretty much everyone has one, this type of advertisement is hard to miss. With global warming becoming more drastic to the current generation and its posterity, the need of a cleaner planet is a necessity. Lack of proper waste management has taken a toll on fauna and flora, leading to the release of dangerous chemicals into the environments, creating a chain effect in the ecosystem affecting all forms of creatures. Lead, cadmium, mercury, chrome, arsenic, nickel, copper, zinc, and cobalt. These metals represent a threat not only to the environment but also to the health of population, as well as recyclables reaching wildlife. Many of us have seen how many animals in the wild get trapped or eat any remains of waste that didn't make it into its correct landfill, causing a decrease of life in the wild. Even human population is affected in the long run, as these chemicals are the root of various deadly diseases such as cancer, lung issues, and more. As the programs are strengthened, the community shall see a decline in extinctions of different animal species, as well as human deaths caused by contamination within areas. Even more positive changes in the environment could be achieved if proper guidelines are followed and strictly enforced, persuading government officials to push laws to benefit the cause by using other cities' plans as well as the public's voice. If these two communities take the best ideas out of each other, both programs may be better developed within. Beginning with El Paso's enforcing the separation of recyclables from organics from the very beginning at home, to Mexico City's offering compensation for the citizens' obsolete electronics that otherwise would end up in a landfill contaminating the soil it is placed at. Educational meetings could take place where high volumes of people conglomerate. This way the message is reaching the highest number of people within a shorter period of time. Entertainment activities offered in these meetings might start to build intrigue as well as make people subconsciously begin to look for ways to help the environment on their own. Good advertisement could help rules and guidelines for proper separation of recycled materials be spread out efficiently. Having a clean environment not only helps this generation, it may prolong the good life of future generations, so that the problem does not have to be carried over. In order to reach new generations, new measures have to be taken into account. In order to deliver these ideas more efficiently, this is where popular phone applications come into play. With various troubling factors endangering our environment, it's time to take a stand and create a solution in order to correct the damage society has created for the good of all. Now, here's an insight on how to properly separate recyclables. Keeping liquids out of recycling bins by dumping leftover water of water bottles in the sink. Keeping soil materials out. By ignoring this step, loads of recyclables could turn into trash. Loose items not bagged must be tossed into the blue bin. Flexible materials such as garden hoses can shut down entire recycling centers, therefore they must go in the trash. Local assortment may vary within regions. These steps on how to properly separate trash will help local recycling centers to do their job efficiently and faster, which in the long run will be economical, and the way of living due to the decrease of pollution will be positively affected.